Good morning, everybody. I was up early today. I said I was heading back to Ontario. Get up early, had a shower. It's about 20 minutes after 6 a.m. right now, and I'm just heading out of the Cleveland area. Headed back to Ontario. Now, I told everybody I had a great night last night. You know, I hope everybody sees now the importance of turning the horses over sometimes. You know, we moved some of the horses out that just weren't going to cut it for us at the moment. We'll continue to do that. Victory Blue Chip is next up. He's on gate right now, selling tomorrow. I suspect we'll do okay there. But some of our horses were on display yesterday that we acquired. Mainly, think of Galaxies. Major Megan also. You know, our first start with Major Megan ourselves. Tyler and his wife, the Sheehan family, had raced that filly in Kentucky for us and actually kept a piece of that filly, so congratulations to them also. A good mile from her last night, 54-3 overland, first over, a tough trip. She raced good. Think of Galaxies, I thought raced tremendous, and you know, anytime you're moving from that non-winners at 8,000-9,000 grouping anywhere to up, you know, that's 3 classes above where she actually fit. She fit the non-winners at 8. This is why we bought her. Non-winners at 8, non-winners at 12 or 15 or 14 or whatever, and then the Open. But all those classes are not filling, they're not full in Northfield, so they combined everything and made it this preferred handicap. Anytime you draw the rail in a handicap race, sounds great. It's supposed to be the great equalizer on a half-mile track, and I suppose it was last night. But man, she was very, very strong. Had it been a hotter night and Billy had left her alone on the front, you might have been looking at the track record holder today. She was amazingly good last night at Northfield Park. Now, obviously, the emails started coming in. What about Think of Galaxies for the Gold Cup? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Now, I will tell everybody this. The nominations for the Gold Cup and Saucer for this year are tomorrow. They're Monday. And we Patrick the Piranha racing tonight, and now Think of Galaxies last night. Those are our 2 sharpest horses right now. I don't know that Patrick is super tight and ready to go a big enough mile where you'd say, yeah, he's good. Plus, obviously, it's not lost on me that last year he was a bit of a lunatic in the post parade at the Gold Cup and Saucer. It's a little bit older, a little bit wiser this year, and I think from what I'd seen, I didn't see him firsthand last year when Mark had him, when Mark and Melissa had sent the horse down to PEI, but I have seen him firsthand this year, both leading into the qualifying sessions where he qualified in 51, and now right now in Ohio. And if the horse right now that I jogged the other day before I galloped him, and I've seen him in the barn, I've seen him on the track, if that horse goes a good mile tonight, well, that's a much more relaxed and focused horse than last year. Now, that's not unreasonable considering he is a year older than he was last year, so we're all a little wiser than we were last year. So we'll see how that plays out. No guarantees. I know a lot of people from the Maritime saying, Anthony, all right, you know, can you please take a horse home? And, you know, you have a lot of good horses. Can we take one home? Well, you guys know the score. You can see the board in front of you. Greatest Ending is certainly not ready to go to PEI. Probably, hopefully, ready to race next week. Sintra is not the Sintra that I won the Gold Cup and Saucer with, and quite frankly, to take him down there in his current form would be unfair to him and unfair to us. So we really only have the 2 horses. A filly that was tremendous last night in Think of Galaxies. A little bit of a dark horse. I guess not that different from the storyline from last year with Sintra. We didn't buy Sintra to win the Gold Cup and Saucer. We certainly didn't buy Think of Galaxies to be there, but she was some kind of impressive last night. Now, this video is not about either of those horses. This video is about our newest horse, and her name is Cupid Express. She is a 3-year-old My MVP, and before you get all giddy and excited, she is an Ontario bred, but unless I'm mistaken, they don't have her paid into anything in Ontario. She's not paid into the Ontario Sire Stakes. You might say, why? Well, if you live in Kentucky, you plan on racing your horse in Kentucky, why pay it into another jurisdiction? She is a Kentucky and Ontario bred. Well, I guess I have to look. Now, please don't take me at word on this, but I believe she must probably be eligible to the Corbin Stakes at the end of the meet. That's one. I could be wrong, but I believe she might be. Since she did race in the Kentucky Fairs, unless they just paid her into the Kentucky Fairs, I suspect she is paid into Corbin. Now, I will double check with Jimmy in the race office at Mohawk, but I don't believe she is paid into Ontario. And that's beside the point anyway. I didn't buy her because she was an Ontario bred. I bought her because she trotted in 56 her last start 10 days ago at Kentucky. Lexington, that's a fast track. There's not really a lot of races for her at Kentucky. She has 6 wins, but only 3 of them. Only half of them are pari-mutuel events. So she would fit the numbers of 4 here, maybe even the numbers of 3 here in Northfield and the Meadows. Not a lot for her in Ontario, so I certainly can't commit to her going north, all the way north to Ontario, but I will look into it. As I said, looks like she gets around those fairs, gets around any size track. Pretty handy looking horse. I like the videos of her also. And the price was good too, $22,500 for Cupid Express. I think she's worth that, and I think she'll do us a lot of good. Along the same lines as, say, a Major Megan, right? Lots of wins, but not that many Kentucky, not that many pari-mutuel wins. And then, of course, her transition from Lexington, which you never know, to a much smaller track, the half-mile track here at Northfield Park. Major Megan's was quite successful last night. Not to say that Cupid Express's will, but by all indications, I firmly believe it will be. So we have a new horse in the barn. Her name is Cupid Express. She was $22,500. She'll be leaving Kentucky, I assume, not until I pay for her. So Monday, I'll wire the money and I'll see her myself. She was brought to my attention by our trainer, Eric, down in Kentucky. We're stabled right beside this filly, so doesn't have a long walk or a ride to at least get into our care, and then we'll get her back to somewhere very, very soon. So that's a brief note on the goings-on as far as the Gold Cup is concerned. It is in my periphery. It's right there. I see it. There's no firm plan to take any horse. The front runners right now to lead, potentially go, if at all, would be Patrick DePerona, would be Think of Galaxies, but neither are even remotely close to a lock to do so. So with that, I will talk to all of you very soon. I will be home at 10:15, but departing Ontario to come back for said Patrick DePerona at, I don't know, around 3 o'clock this afternoon. So with that, I'll let you guys go. I hope you had a wonderful week. We certainly did. Capped off with a couple of very, very good performances. A brilliant performance in New Jersey by not only Scott Zeron, but Tactical Mounds. James had a good third in the Hambo Oaks, so congratulations to them. And sparkling performance here also from our newest horse, Think of Galaxies. I'll talk to you all very soon. As I said, have a great day. Take care.